What's good, Tottenham Hotspur fans all around the world? I am that Hotspurs guy, call me Kieran, but not for long. Brother, how about that 10, 15,000, support the team, come on boys, let's get behind the team, you know? Like, this is what I'm saying, man. It's not like Spurs fans haven't been get behind the team and come on you Spurs forever. It's not like we haven't been, you know what I'm saying? But fans, again, are within their rights. Fans and supporters are within their rights to boo the team if they think the team is doing trash. And the team has been doing trash for 3 years, all right? 3 years. So we had what some fans would consider another 6-pointer on Sunday against Nottingham Forest. After that, that big, huge welcome that so many tens of thousands or thousands of fans turned up for. And it's just like, what did the team produce on the pitch? The same thing they've been producing on the pitch, that some fans think like, no, like they can be doing just a bit more. And I'm like, brother, I don't even think it even really matters what manager comes in here at the moment. Like, I'm telling you, it matters not. It matters not what manager comes in it. It really doesn't. Because again, as I've said, these players are done. They're done out. Some of them aren't even good enough. We know that. We know some of these players aren't good enough. So we played Nottingham Forest on Sunday at home and lost 3-0 again to Nottingham Forest. We lost 3-0 away. Shit, sorry, my bad. We lost 3-0 away at their ground, and then we lost 3-0 at home. After the big welcome, after the rallying cry, you know, the rallying cries from the Spurs fans, you know, who came down early from wherever they travelled from. Some people travelled from far, you know. Again, me, myself, I'm only in East London, like 20 minutes away up the canal to get to Tottenham. But again, I'm just not going to get involved. Why am I getting involved for? It's pointless. Like the same reason why I don't get involved in the protests. Pointless. All of this is pointless. Being a Spurs fan right now is pointless. Pointless. Because we ain't getting any points either. We haven't won a game in 13 games. Do you know what I just found out? I found out that Spurs have lost 37 games. 37 games. And if we lose... Wait, 37 games in what was it? 1 season or something? 2 seasons like that? But basically, if we lose one more game in the last 2 seasons, we've lost a whole season's worth of games. We've lost a whole season's worth of games. And let's be honest, we've got another loss coming. Like, let's be honest. We do. We have another loss coming. Who we got next? After like this almost 3-week break. I'm not even sure. I think we got Leeds or we got Sunderland. Either one is not going to be a win because both of these teams are playing well. Sunderland, who just got back into the Premier League, have caught themselves a nice win in the derby that they've had with Newcastle. And I'm just like, look, it's so, like I was saying to my dad as well, I was like, look, man, it's good to have Sunderland back in the Premier League so we can see those sort of derbies again, because those are some real derbies. Tottenham and Arsenal is no longer the sort of derby that we used to care about because we know exactly what's going to happen. It's like going back into like the early 90s and you're just like, man, no, we ain't getting no win from Arsenal because our team's just not good enough. It's not good enough. How the hell do we lose 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest after the rallying cry from the Spurs fans who were all outside making it look like we just won the Premier League? Or making it look like we had just won the Europa League like last year summer, you know what I'm saying? I said to people that Crystal Palace game, that was it. I said it. That was it. That was Judgment Day. You know, that was really Judgment Day. And I don't think people realised. I don't think as like a lot of us fans, we actually truly realised. We was like, no, we got Nottingham Forest coming up. That should be... Because again, Liverpool shocked us all anyway. You know what I'm saying? The game against my brother's scum, bad team. shocked us all. Everybody, all of us said we're going to lose 5-1, 6-1, 6-0, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that. But we came out of Anfield with a draw. So then we're just like, all right, cool, yeah, Nottingham Forest, that's the one. Nottingham Forest is the one that we need to... And I'm already sitting there just like, nah, Nottingham Forest ain't the one. We're already down, people. I don't think you already know. I don't think you know. I've seen enough from these players. And again, that's what it is. Because many of us, and I see this through some of the fans in the comments and whatever else have you, and on other people's channels and on TalkSport and Sky Sports and the Spurs fans that are in the comments, they truly are just not with it on what's going on at this club. And they truly did forget that we finished 17th last season with 22 losses and 38 points because we won a European trophy after 41 years. That's all anybody remembers last season. We won a trophy last season. Yeah, but again, as I've said in some of my videos, that was tainted. I love it. I love the fact that we finally won a friggin' trophy, especially a European trophy, but that was tainted for me by the 22 losses, the 38 points, and some of the trash matches that I had to watch. Again, that first half against Everton, the return of the Moyes, we like to forget about that. We like to forget about that. We got brushed by Nottingham Forest under Ange too. We like to forget that Fulham brushed us aside under Ange too. Who remembers Ryan Sessegnon with his amazing goal? Yeah, you lot remember that? It matters not. It matters not what manager we bring in here, because again, as many Tottenham Hotspur content creators have said, and I've said, the club is a mess. We are bang in trouble because we haven't focused on football for a long time. Ever since we got Champions League football and Champions League money, we have forgotten about the squad and the first 11 team. Slightly, because again, Poch managed to create himself a great first 11, maybe great first 13 or 14 of players, you know. But the squad in general still wasn't enough to get us over the line. We brought in Jose Mourinho, the man who does it all everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying? The man who, me as a Spurs fan, when we sacked Poch and I was upset and pissed off and in tears, and then when I'm hearing that Jose Mourinho's on his way in, I said it to my dad. If there's anybody I want to come into Tottenham Hotspur after Pochettino and what I've seen with Pochettino, it would be Jose Mourinho, because he will get us over the line. And what do? Nah, man, we're not gonna give you what you usually want. And some people say, oh, Jose Mourinho's football is boring. And brother, Real Madrid, brother, Chelsea, brother, Inter Milan, like, allow it. If you give Mourinho the players that he wants, you get to see the great football from the great players that he puts together in the team. So here we are, people. Here we are. Some fans are now beginning to accept that, yeah, you know, I think we could actually be going there now, man. I think it... And I said, the Crystal Palace was it. Fulham was a must-win or draw. But no, Fulham was a must not lose. You either win or you either draw. You didn't do either, you lost. So Palace was a must-win. It was 9 points against Crystal Palace, not this 6-pointer thing that people were talking about with Forest. Nah, that's a minor. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Palace was the one. We flopped on Palace. Now here we are, finally accepting our fate. Inevitable. My days, people, man. What do we do? Like, what do we do? Because again, I'm watching the videos for the rallying cry, and I'm just like, again, like I said, there are some Spurs content creators who are just like this is what I'm saying. The fans are just pitiful. But again, it boils down to more than just the fans. It's people, society in general. People, society in general. They're not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to sacrifice the facade of luxury and what they think they have by having their season ticket and enjoying going down to Tottenham Hotspur, to the Spaceship Stadium, and having a good old gay time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than that, because again, you can look at it in politics, you can look at it in other fields, in other things as well, and it's just people in general aren't willing to sacrifice anything. You know what I'm saying? Some people are now giving up their season tickets because they're now starting to realize, yeah, we're going down, I don't want to go to championship games. Some people are cancelling their season tickets because the football's trash. Some people are cancelling because the whole club is just a mess and now they've just realized it. Or some people are cancelling because they've kind of left the country, or you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, it's like we should have been at this point a long time ago. And to some degree, we have nobody to blame but us as fans. But again, the club has put us in this position because the club has sat down, just sat down and done nothing. Sat down and done nothing. We saw what was going on in January. And again, I was one of the people, even though I also said, like, after the West Ham game, Thomas Frank has got to go, I was also one of the people that wanted to stick by him and just give him the year. So it's like, if you're going to stick by him and give him the year, buy players for him in January. Again, like I said, the window's wide open. You know, when you walk down the street and people just have their windows wide open, no curtains, no drapes, no blinds, no slats, just wide open. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. And as soon as it shut, as astute Spurs fans who've seen this shit, knew that a couple of weeks after, we're going to sack him, and that's what they did. They sacked Thomas Frank, and then they brought in Igor Tudor, who's just been, like, he's basically gotten 1 point in how many games? 1 point in like 18. 1 point out of 18 points that he could have gotten. And then everybody's just like, we got to get rid of him. Let's bring in somebody else. And I'm just like, again, it's not even Tudor's fault. Regardless of the teams that he's picking and the substitutions, whatever else, I'm not going to get onto Tudor. I'm not. He's been here for a few weeks. And most of the time that he's been here, he didn't even have his first assistant. He didn't even have his first assistant coach. So, again, but these players have been here long enough. The club, the owners, they've been here long enough. They've been here long enough. So it's on them. I'm no longer blaming any managers that come in here and have to deal with these mollycoddled, prima donna, untrustworthy, washed up, soft-boiled, mashed potato bellied bitches players. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not. So yeah, man, you people can do what you like when it comes to this football club. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to watch the rest of these flipping games, because I didn't get to watch the Nottingham Forest game. I was getting my hair done, and it's a good thing I was getting my hair done and not watching the game. So yeah, man, it's not even come on. Like, the fact that we still say come on you Spurs, and they keep treating us like this, like, come on, what does that tell you? What does that tell you about the cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance. You gotta laugh about it, because this shit is crazy. Like, Tottenham Hotspur will be getting relegated. That is crazy. The only good thing that happened on Sunday is that Man City finally frigging showed up and beat Arsenal. So there is that. There is that. So I am that Hotspurs guy. People call me Kieran. Wipe your feet at the door. You know the score. Hit the like, comments, subscribe, because I'll be back. Peace.